Hello and welcome to this video that will get you up to speed with becoming a pilot. Excuse the pun. I will be teaching you everything you need to know in this crash course. Excuse the pun. So let us dive straight in. Now, have I actually got a pilot license, or am I qualified to teach you this subject, you may ask? No. Right, so in order to demonstrate how to become a pilot yourself, I thought it would be nice to give you some visuals. So after a lot of extreme hard work, I decided to custom build myself an aeroplane. But not just any aeroplane. I built myself the Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II, which you can see here. You see this? Complete work of art. I can't tell you the amount of man hours this took to make. You can see it's got the black strips at the top here, which should help make this plane go a little faster as well. And that's effort. Put a lot of effort into this. So first of all, we're just going to place this on the landing strip, like so. There we go. Safely on the landing strip now. Now the good thing about these visuals is that you'll get to see a third-person perspective of the aeroplane and a third-person perspective of the pilot. Aren't you lucky? Okay, so let us jump straight into what you'll need to do in order to become a pilot. Okay, so you've just jumped into the cockpit of the plane, which I believe is at the front here, and the plane itself is stationary on the landing pad. Okay, so you're all set to go. But before you do, you're going to want to do some safety checks. I know it's mundane and boring, yes, we've all heard that, but it's very important. So you want to make sure that you're wearing your seatbelt, okay? And that you've read up on the manual of what you should do in case the plane spontaneously catches on fire. And after that, you'll want to turn the aeroplane on. So in order to do that, you'll need to get the key. So we'll locate the key. Where's the key? Here's the key. We found the key to the plane. So we just turn the ignition on. Now if it doesn't go one way, don't worry, try it the other way. Try it clockwise. You know, if it doesn't work anti-clockwise, try it clockwise. So we're just turning the plane on. Oh yes, the plane's on now. That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. So we can put the key away because the plane's on. Don't need that anymore. And you'll know if the plane is on because you'll hear the noise of the engine. So if you don't hear the engine noise, then you may want to try again with the key. Okay, so currently the engine's switched on, your seatbelt is on, and you're having quite a good time at the moment. So what do you need to do next? Well, the very next thing will be to check your mirrors. Because the plane itself is quite bulky, it's quite big, so you want to make sure that when you're manoeuvring around, that you're not going to bump into things like buildings or like sparrows or something. So just make sure you've got your mirrors working, and also that you can turn your head, okay? Because you want to check all possible angles, you know, because you don't want to start driving your plane and then not looking where you're going and stuff, because that could be hazardous and quite dangerous. So just make sure all the mirrors are fine, and you're just looking around constantly to make sure it's all clear. It's all got the go-ahead to take off. Oh, but another thing is to make sure that the plane's got some fuel in it. Because if it doesn't have fuel in it, then the engine won't work again. So back to the engine. You know, we're covering all ground here. Excuse the pun. So make sure it's just got a bit of fuel in it. This plane currently has a quarter tank. That's fine. You know, it's enough. Yeah. Okay, so we've done all the checks of the plane. We checked our mirrors, checked our seat belts. Just also make sure to check out the window to make sure that your wings are there, the wings on the plane. That's quite important, I believe. And we've done that, so we can move on now. Okay, so next you'll want to find the steering wheel on the plane. And it should be located pretty close to where you're seated within the cockpit. If you can't find it, there may be some other kind of steering device, maybe like a joystick or something like this. So this plane is actually powered by joystick, so that makes it a bit more straightforward. But for you, maybe like a steering wheel, or you know, just some kind of like maneuverable button or something that steers the plane and makes it go left, makes it go right, makes it go up, makes it go down. So just kind of locate that somewhere. Okay, so we've got our joystick and we're ready to take off. But first, obviously, the plane's stationary, so we want to take the handbrake off. So just release the handbrake on the plane. Okay, so I've done that, and we're ready to go forwards now. And so what you want to do, just press start. Press start on the joystick like this, and as you can see, the plane is moving slightly forwards. Okay, So the next thing we'll want to do is to turn the plane around, because we can't really take off. There's not enough runway to take off at the moment. Okay, so we want to turn the plane around. And in order to do that, you have to use your joystick. Okay, so we use a steering wheel, and when we press the left part of the steering wheel, just press left, and the plane should turn left. So I've done that, and the plane is turning left, and it's going forwards like this. Okay, remember it's still grounded. We haven't taken off yet. It's still on the ground, still on the landing pad, as you can see, but it's slowly turning. Look how it's turning. Oh, I didn't check my mirrors. Oh no, it's fine. But the plane's turning. Okay, and then we just want to lever on the brakes. So just put on the brakes, and you can see the plane is slowing down now. It's going quite slowly on the landing pad. Okay, so now we have enough runway to take off. So we're ready to take off. So in this situation, what you want to do is use the accelerator. So the accelerator it should be by your foot, and you want to slam on the accelerator. And the reason why we do this is because you want to gather enough speed in order for the plane to fly into the sky. Okay, so the plane is ready to take off now, as you can see. And we can take our hands off the steering wheel, of course, because we're just going to fly in a straight line. So don't need to worry about steering, just have your hands up in the air like you just don't care. And now just slam your foot onto the accelerator pedal, like so. And the plane is picking up speed. It's going quite quick. It's going fast. It's going really fast, and it's going in a straight line too, which is important. And we're coming to the end of the runway, but it's fine because the plane's about to take off. So watch it take off now. Okay, so the plane crashed, which is fine because we can just repeat this step. You know, we're learning how to pilot. You know, of course there's going to be some accidents along the way. So don't worry if your plane is too badly damaged. Just grab a new plane and start again. Nothing to worry about. So we can begin piloting this new plane, and we can jump straight to the part where we take off. Now, what we did wrong in the first part is we forgot to actually press the fly button, and so the plane would take off. Instead, we let the plane fly off the runway without taking off, and that's a bad thing to do. That's a very bad thing. You want to make sure that the plane takes off, not just crashes on the ground. You don't want to do that. Okay, so let's try that again. But remember, when you get to about here, you know, once you gathered enough speed, make sure you lift the plane. You start lifting the plane into the sky. There should be some sort of button that says fly or lift or something. So just make sure you press that just when you're going full speed, because otherwise it will be dangerous if you don't. Okay, so let's begin. Slamming down on the pedal, on the acceleration pedal. That's what we're doing right now. Slamming down, and the plane is beginning to accelerate. It's moving. It's going fast. And now hit that fly button. Hit it. Look, and the plane's taking off. Can you see this? And the plane's taking off. It's slowly taking off. Wow, look at it fly. It's flying so high in the sky. Really, really incredible. Like this. And now we can see we've just taken off. The plane is still upright like this. So you should be currently looking at like the sky, maybe some clouds, and you may also be able to see outer space if you have very good eyesight as well. Okay, so now what you want to do is, once you've reached about 30,000 feet, is just level off the plane. Just level it off. Just grab your joystick and just lever the plane so it becomes more level, like so. So now we're cruising. We are cruising at around 30,000 feet. Maybe a bit higher, you know, it's up to you. But just bear in mind that there will be millions and millions of aspiring pilots that will be watching this video. So if you're all flying at like 30,000 feet, then there may be some accidents. So just mix it up. Maybe fly a bit higher, grab your joystick, like so, and just lever up a bit until you're about 31,000 feet. And that will prevent you from crashing into the plane that's flying at 30,000 feet. You know, you've got a bit of room to steer past that other plane. So that's fine. Just make sure you're all flying at different levels, and then there won't be any crashes. So at this point, while the plane's in the air, you can kind of relax. Not a lot's going to happen. The plane's just going to go forwards. You don't really need to do anything. Just grab a coffee, grab a book to read, you know, whatever you fancy really. There's not going to be a lot happening for a few hours. But of course, it all depends where you're flying to. You know, if you're flying from USA to Australia, you're just going to be bored. Have a nap, have a little sleep, because nothing's going to happen for hours on end. So what you'll want to do is try and convert your cockpit into kind of like a bedroom, and just lay back like so, just have a power nap like this, while the plane flies safely into the sky. So after you've woken up, you'll see that the plane is now flying perfectly into the sky as it was before. But now comes the point into your journey where you're close to the destination, so you're going to want to try and land the plane. Now, you may not have landed the plane before, but that's fine because you're currently flying in the sky and I'll help land that plane for you. So what you'll want to do, pick up your joystick again, just find where it's located. Maybe you've lost sight of it, but it should again still be in front of you. So you just pick it up like so, and then you want to leave the plane down. So you just press it down slowly. Don't press it down too much because otherwise you'll do a nosedive, and that won't be too fun for you. So just gently, very gently, take the plane down like this. Okay, so you can see now we're descending. So you can see now that the plane is descending beautifully. And when you look down, you should be able to see the landing pad just below, like so. So we want to try and land on the landing pad because that's a safe place to land. You don't really want to land anywhere else, such as like a river or like a motorway, because that might be a bit congested. So just find this clear little area to land on, okay? And descend slowly, descending slowly, okay? And just what you want to do is try and even up the plane again, like so. Just try and get perfect landing on here, okay? And then brace yourself, it's coming, it's landing. Oh, it's a bit bumpy. We landed. You can see that we've landed successfully. The plane's going to still be moving as well, so just hold on to the steering wheel for dear life, and just press all the buttons on the steering wheel, like so. Just press them all. Just keep pressing all the buttons, and then the plane should land successfully. But also just remember, while you were flying in the sky, it's important to be wearing your parachute at all times, just in case your plane were to do a nosedive, and you'll successfully have your parachute on while the plane crashes into the ground. So you'll be okay. So of course, once the plane's landed, we don't need to worry about any checks because the plane's not taking off again, it's stopped, it's stationary. So just grab your key again. The key may already be in the ignition at that point, so just bear that in mind, and then just turn it again to turn the engine off. Once the engine is off, you can just quickly take off your seatbelt because there's often a rush. People are often quite eager to get off the plane. So as a pilot, you want to be the first one off because otherwise there'll just be like congestion outside the plane. You know, people like rushing around just trying to get away from the landing pad. So you can be the first one to do this. Just quickly take your seatbelt off, open the pilot door, and just slide down the slide. That's the safest and easiest way to get off the plane as a pilot. There is one final point to be aware of, and that is when everyone is off the plane, then you'll want to lock the plane to make sure that no one can go in and just steal your plane from you. So make sure that you grab your key fob like this, and then just press the lock button. Just press the lock button like that, and you should hear a few beeps or so, and the plane should be locked. So no one should be able to get inside after that. And that pretty much covers everything that you could possibly want to know about piloting a plane. So I hope with this tutorial you'll be able to pilot your very own plane now. If there are any other videos that you would like to see on this channel, then please let me know in the comments section, and I will see what I can do in order to produce said video. Okay, so I think I'm just going to go off now and give my plane another test spin, because it's really fun piloting. You'll see when you do it yourself, it's really fun. So I'll catch you later, and I'll see you on the next video. See you. Wee. I just had an accident. I crashed the plane. I was just driving around on the ground, just doing a few like donuts and like wheelies, and then this happened. I don't think I'll be piloting again for a while. But on the plus side, there were not too many passenger fatalities. Still though, no. Don't think this bandage will be coming off for a while. My plane is ruined.